Hello everyone, welcome to Bug Bounty DM. So in this video we are going to discuss about one of the browser extension which is pretty much useful at the time of pen testing and bug bounty hunting. So the extension is modify header value, where you can basically modify the HTTP request headers. So modify header value extension, you can add or modify or remove a custom HTTP request headers for any request for the selected URLs. Okay, so this add-on is not only useful for an app developer or website designer, but also it is very much useful for pen testers, hackers, and bug bounty hunters. So modify header value allows you to easily change any HTTP request headers sent to any web server. So for complete to understand more about this tool, so first let's start how to install this particular extension and all. So modify header value extension, search for it in the Google, and you will get the extension link over here. You just need to click on add to Chrome. So that's it. So the extension gets added to your browser. As I've already added it, so it was already added to my extension to my browser. So here you have multiple options, like you can basically turn on this extension and turn off this extension when not in use, and you can reload the current active tab. Okay, and you can basically modify the options in this particular extension, and there is a support page, etc, etc. Okay, so let's get more into this tool. Let's understand how to use it and all. So let's open this extension options page. So here, this is the template where you can basically add or remove or modify the request headers of the selected target domain. So the list of the list of request headers which you can modify are like this. All these headers, like you can basically include or exclude all these request headers, like cache control, cookie, expect, forwarded, and host. Okay, and cache headers. Okay, and origin header. Okay, and authorization headers, etc, etc. So there are plenty of headers which you can request headers which you can modify or delete or remove. So you go through this link. I'll mention it in the description. So let's see how to use this particular extension in your bug bounty hunting or pen testing. So I have installed this particular extension in Chromium browser, perp suite default browser as well. So basically you can see over here, like you can basically update the options and etc, etc. So you just need to now insert the target URL. So copy the parent domain and the request header which you wanted to modify or delete. So one second. So let's assume that you're trying to modify this origin header. Let's take it as an example. Let's give the request again. So some random we need a sample request. So yeah, so let's see. We have the origin set as for the parent domain. So let's copy. We want to modify this particular thing. So just paste the parent request header as it is, and the value also paste it as it is, and you just need to click on enter. Okay, there will be another row which will be added with all the options that are available. So make sure that the parent domain is as it is, and you can either checkbox it or uncheckbox it this option or not. So make sure to checkbox this particular option. And the header value which we are going to test is like for the origin header. So mention that header name over here, and if you want to add that particular header or modify that particular header or remove that particular header, it's up to you. So you can basically add or modify. So for this instance, I'm clicking on modify header value, and for chords we just need to have whether we just need to test whether this particular application is communicating with other applications as or not. So we just need to remove this particular parent domain and give some random example.com. Okay, so either you can give your own your own controlled domain, so over here, and make sure to this row is active, and you just need to go back to the application and reload the application. Okay, so earlier we used to get this origin header and the parent domain as a value in this particular header. So let's see how this header by using this extension, how this header value has been changed automatically. So I'm just giving some random request, and if you go to the request, so you can see the earlier the header value was the parent domain, now it was changed to example.com. So in the same way, you can basically check out for other attacks. There are plenty of attacks that can be that are possible by using this particular extension. You can basically use blind XSS payloads and copy that payload and paste it in the header header value of user agent, and you can basically get the payload like this. Okay, so payload that is being inserted over here. Let me show you. So that after inserting, so this might be the case. Okay, so the XSS blind XSS payload will get inserted over here, and if that particular backend application is vulnerable, so which logs all the user agents, so then the blind XSS will get executed and you'll get the screenshots and cookies of the backend portal. Okay, so in that way you can basically automate this particular attack. And also not only that, so you can if at all the application uses any authorization or cookie header, so you can basically modify the cookie value or authorization value to another users header value, and you can basically check for IDOS and etc privilege escalation and all. Okay, and also you can basically check for authentication bypass. So you can basically give the header name as cookie, and here also cookie, and the actual value of that particular header, and remove that, keep it as empty, and checkbox this particular thing. Okay, so and reload the application and try to test browse through the application, and you might find some authentication bypass vulnerabilities in it. Okay, and also you can find CSRF bypass as well, like removing the token from the request and sending it to the server, and you might perform that particular action on the application. So there are plenty of vulnerabilities you can find by using this simple header modify request value. So make sure to use it at the time of bug bounty hunting and pen testing your client applications, so which is completely open source, so you can use it anywhere at the time of pen testing. Yeah, I hope you understand this video. Make sure to subscribe for more videos. Please like and share. Thank you so much.